switching gears and
We are
Vicky.
going live. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
You are live.
All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. This is the Pivot Shift Ahead Mastermind call. We are glad that you are here. My name is Leah McCann. It is always an honor and a privilege to be able to host this call and spend some time with you. And first of all, I just want to say thank you for showing up. You could be anywhere else this morning, and yet you're choosing to be here. And it's going to be a good day because it is Gratitude Tuesday. Thank you, Bree, for bringing gratitude to a day each week that we can carry throughout. Um, and so today we're going to be in this little book, just a small blurb from it, which is All It Takes Is a Goal by Jon Acuff. He is my BFF. He's really James's BFF, and by nature, he's all of our BFFs. However, before we do that, we always start off with a few tell me something good. So who's got something to share this morning? Miss Nicole.
Good morning. I just wanted to share over the weekend, I had my fourth annual Barktoberfest. The event, thankfully, the weather was amazing. I had 45 dogs at the event and twice the amount of people. All the vendors were really happy and it was a great day. And I want to give you a shout out, my good friend and amazing coach, for always keeping me in line. And this systems was, whew, this was fire this morning. So really, really happy about it. We need to talk about that on Monday.
Love it. Yes, proud of you. And if you've ever wanted to do anything with dogs, I mean, it's just an amazing thing of what she does. And the truth is, it's in her strength zone, so it works. All right, we're gonna get Luis and we're gonna get Lisa, and then we're gonna get after it.
This will be short and sweet. I just came back from attending the first, for me, the first KW Luxury Symposium. It was in our backyard here in Palm Beach Gardens at PGA National. It was amazing, and I'm wow, so impressed. By the way, two of our speakers are speakers that James has had. Thought that was kind of cool.
Yes, it was wonderful. I saw the photos. I can't wait to hear more about what happened there. All right, Lisa, we are on to you.
Thank you, Leah. I just wanted to share something. We just had a family reunion on Saturday, and I did something new yesterday during my lead gen. I wrote thank you notes to family members that I only see once a year, thanking them for coming. And we're going to start doing a meetup cousin luncheon that I'm going to put together. I live near the Dallas area, and it's sad that we live this close to each other and only see each other once a year. So I'm going to just start a family cousin luncheon and see if we can do more with family instead of just see each other once a year. But this came from this group because just reaching out and seeing each other once a year when you have family this close is sad. So thank you guys for helping me step out of the box and talk to cousins more than just once a year and do something that I wasn't comfortable doing. So if you are thinking about doing something uncomfortable, just do it because it felt so good. And I listened to people at the family reunion, called them, wrote notes, and let them know how grateful I was to be part of this great extended family. So, and put smile on people's faces yesterday when I called them because they weren't expecting it.
Mhm.
So thank you so much, guys, for helping me do that.
Lisa, you just reminded us the power in the care call. And I think this community, the pivot community, is impacting generations. And sometimes it's the generation that exists within our own blood family. And so I commend you for taking action and for doing that. And I know it's just going to pay dividends to those that you love. All right, a couple of announcements. First of all, as you guys know what's happening over Jamaica and our coastal islands, I would just ask you if you're the praying folk, please pray for our families down there, for our KW communities, that we know that that is going to impact so many people. And as somebody who's walked through a crazy storm, I can't help but say that is the one thing that we can be doing now. And I know James is going to lead us into jumping into action. Next, we have Advance coming up in literally less than 2 weeks. James posted a little video about it. There are still tickets. If you live anywhere within driving distance, you need to be there. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be just, I think, exactly what we need to close out this quarter and prepare for the 2026 year. Plus, Jon Acuff's going to be there. Well, there's a lot of really cool people that are going to be there, but I love my Boston friend. Next, James is doing a webinar tomorrow because Wednesday we have found is the best day to do a Wednesday webinar. So James is actually practicing what he preached, and he's hosting a Wednesday webinar with James Shaw. And it's going to be what's worked and what's next. And I'll drop the link in the chat, but you can always just go to jamesdshaw.com/Wednesday webinar. So I would highly encourage you, please be on there tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's going to be fantastic. So here's kind of what we're talking about today. On Sunday, James asked the question about the 66 days, and he said, with that many days left in the year, what is one thing that you're going to do? And a lot of us went back and forth with, hey, this is a goal, this is a habit, and we posted all kinds of things. And then yesterday, we kind of unpacked that and said there is a difference between a goal and a habit that allows you to reach your goal. And the truth is, we're so outcome focused in this industry. We talk about it all the time. It's like, hey, what did you do? How many deals? Blah, blah, blah. That we naturally go to an outcome when it comes time to say, what are the things that we're actually doing every day? So then James yesterday ended the call saying, what's a one habit? What's something that you're going to do today? And then last night he doubled down on that and said, tell me what is the one habit? And I just so happen to be reading this amazing book. And I want to share with you what Jon Acuff said about this. He said, we have massive goals that we know take small steps. But how do we translate big dreams into micro actions? That's the gap where most people give up. Most people find it impossible to break a huge hope into daily deeds. Most people find it difficult to turn potential into a goal. But we're not most people. We're going to accomplish that goal by going back down the goal ladder. And he refers to the goal ladder as like building. What is it that you want to accomplish? What's the outcome? And in order to get to the outcome, you have to figure out what is the process. How can we become process focused? So with that in mind, I kind of wanted to unpack that based on what you've heard the last 2 days, the challenge that James gave us yesterday. What is one small repeatable action that you are committed to doing between now and the end of the year? And twofold, if you have made a change in your business, whether it's the last month, 3 months, 6 months, maybe it's the last year, and you've implemented one small habit that you said, wow, this absolutely changed my business this year, we want to hear from you too. So what's one small habit that you're committed to, a micro action, and or what is something that you've been doing? And my hope is that those of you that are like, I don't even know where to begin, Leah, I feel like it's so much to bite off, that you're in a state of paralysis. Maybe you pick one thing that somebody shares today and just take it and run with it. Uncle Dean, you're up first.
All right, Leah, good job. Great job. Thanks for the opportunity to let me share. Two things. It's a two-part process. Number one, we talked about this many times before, always prepare for the following day the night before. And adding to that, one of the things you have to do is pull your call list for the following day. And number one is put a red circle around the first person that you're going to call the following day. Just put a red circle around it. Think of that person. Know what you're going to say. Not necessarily write out a script, but know what you're going to say. And that's the person you're going to call. So the next morning you get up and you're ready to make your calls. We start that here around 8 o'clock Chicago time. And that's the first person we're going to call. So you got to take the first step. Now, sometimes that person is a difficult call. Sometimes that person is an easy call. But you know who it's going to be, and you can mentally prep for that. The longest journey begins with the very first step. And if you do that, it'll get easier. Hey, it was not too bad. Next, continue on until you get one, until you get a listing appointment or a buyer's agency appointment. Thanks for letting me share.
I love that. Rico, you've mastered this year, my friend. What do you want to share?
Man, what's going on? It's a terrific Tuesday. We're gonna have a big day today. Um, Man, my biggest thing is consistency. I mean, I'm big on that right now. Just really going after it. I've been really focused on FISBOs and expireds. So just for me, before the year ends, just doubling down on the work, putting it all in every single day. And I do what Uncle Dean said. I do prepare the night before, so I have the list ready to go, and then just finishing off the open houses like I have. So working 7 days a week until the year ends, and then starting off 26 even stronger.
So, Rico, I love that. Can we dial it in and say, what is the habit instead of saying going all at it? Like, what's one thing that you can say, I wake up and I do this every single day?
Lead generate. Like I'm heading to the office right now, and every single day I start at 8:30 and I go all the way to 1 o'clock every single day. I don't leave my office. I don't go take breaks. I don't take lunch. I don't do any showings. All client activities are all in the afternoon.
Love it. Rico, you're building something. And here's what I want you to hear. If that is not, if maybe you don't have the same goal, please don't compare yourself, right? That is the thief of joy. It'll ruin everything. What he is trying to just say is he's got a mission. Man is on a mission. Man don't eat. Man don't go to the bathroom. He is on a mission. Yet it's the activity and the commitment that he is choosing to not let get in the way. So I love that, Rico. Laney Lane, what is your small habit? What are you committed to?
Well, good morning, my fellow Boston girl. I'm headed there next week. Um, uh, Here, I decided to put myself first, and I got a coach. That was first and foremost, and that is what keeps me consistent. Is my coach. Now, do I waver all the time? 100%. But the one thing that I do consistently is I get up. I talk to him weekly. I have accountability weekly with him, and then I lead generate. It may not be what everybody else lead generate is, but it's mine. Like I'm in a lot of different groups, and those groups are my lead generating. And that took a big mind shift for me, a huge mind shift, because like I thought lead generate meant sitting at my desk and doing nothing. But when I'm going to my activities, to my bird group, to my Kiwanis group, when I'm going to these groups, to my dog walking group, when I go to these things, that's my lead generate. And I don't go in there like, hey, I'm a realtor. Who can I help? Ba-ba-da-ba-da. It's a slow burn for me, and that's how I like to do it. And I also consistently door knock my farms. That's consistent.
Yes. So if you hear nothing today, lead generation is personal to you and
Yeah.
it is not somebody else's journey. I think lead generate means just do what you love to do every day and connect with people. That's it. It's super simple. Thank you for sharing that. Brianne, what are you doing? What's one little habit?
Sorry, I was trying to get off mute. Good morning. This year has been my best year since 2021, which is crazy. And one thing that has changed that is getting really purposeful with other agents within my office. We are not competing against each other. We're there to help each other. And we formed a team without being a team to some extent, where if I'm out of town, I have somebody I can call. If I have a question, we have a group chat. We have the KW ladies, then we've got the whole mastermind. And in fact, we're meeting at 11 today. And it's just been really helpful to have that additional group of feedback of local people who know what's going on, because it's so hyper local. And while we have this amazing group that James has created for us here, it's also nice to know that we've got people to count on, and we're doing events together. I mean, it's just sharing expenses and doing things together. And again, we're in the same exact market and we're not competing, and it's great.
Yep, collaboration happens at the top, and that is where high level leaders, like everybody on this call, that's where we live. So I love that. So for those of you who maybe are just popping on, we're kind of talking about the habit, right? James challenged us to go get into action and do something. And then Jon Acuff said, it's just micro habits, micro actions that get us to where we want to go. So the question today is, what's the one micro action? What's the one small habit that you are committed to between now and the end of the year? Elaine, you're up.
Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there's this little tiny app on your phone, and I'm one of those, I love checklist kind of things. Sometimes I'm in a checklist, but I find my best actions are done when I put all my little tasks in it and I review them. And there's this little app on your phone that's free that you can get. It's called Tick Tick. And Liz, I don't know if you can hear this, but it will say, and this is where oh, it goes ding. You can't hear it, but it goes ding. Anyways,
Okay.
it gives me great joy. So I've been putting all the 5 lead gen, like the 5 database calls, the 5 old leads, and I put it all in there. And if I review it at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day, it makes me feel good. So that's my commitment to all of you guys. For the next 66 days, I'm going to do my tick tick every single day. but I won't do all my tasks. I'll screw up. I know I will, but try tick tick.
I feel like a little kid when you say tick tick, like you just want to giggle, right? So something that made me think about this is the Inspire tracker. For those of you that are thinking, hey, what's one little micro habit that I can do? What if it's just printing the Inspire tracker and doing one thing on there? Not all of them, not trying to get 30 points a day. What if it's just doing one thing on the tracker consistently between now and the end of the year? There's a whole page of them. You get to choose. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. What if you just did one thing? I think that would change your business. Telly, what's one micro habit that you were implementing or have implemented?
Well, you basically caught me when I was trying to actually work on doing one of them right now.
Telly's multitasking. Be present,
Well,
Telly,
yeah,
be present.
I swear. Thank you. But the biggest one I implemented this year, there's a couple that I did for myself. One is since I actually the beginning of this fall, I started waking up at 5:30. So that basically I'm up, I'm able, I'm refreshed, I'm ready to go. So when I come in here for the calls and everything, I'm already jumping and I'm already going. Other thing I did also that really helped out a lot was getting into something that I want to do for myself that really makes me feel great. And honestly, the big one was yoga. Getting into that was absolutely huge for just centering and helping myself. One of the big things that I am implementing, Dean, thank you for doing it earlier. My big goal next year is to basically sit down at the end of the day and just write down, okay, who did I put into my phone today? Who do I need to contact that I don't want them to slip through the cracks? What am I missing? So this way I'm able to follow up with them in the morning. So I know what are those calls I have to hit so that I can basically push my business forward. And the other thing is it is the line up again, also who are the DTD2, who are the things, where do I need to be in order to make those things happen? And finally, the most important thing I really need to do is I need to have more accountability. So I need to find an accountability partner or an accountability group so that I can, when I do lead generate, because my time is tight for my lead generation. So I have to be very purposeful from the 10 to 10:30 until 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm able to do it because I do have to grab my kids. I have to do things on a couple of days because my life is a lot different than it was earlier this year, but I'm a heck of a lot happier, but that's another story. But thank
Yep.
you, Leah, as
Love,
always, appreciate it.
love it, Telly. There's plenty of power hours and accountability within this group of 838 people. So I would encourage you to get on. We're going to go rapid fire because I want to get you all in as fast as we can. Jess, what's one micro habit? Jess Star.
Oh, sorry. I skipped a line. My micro habit is I am learning a new piece of AI
Good
every
morning.
single day for the rest of the. Do
A
you
new
hear me?
piece of AI. Yep. A new piece of AI for the rest of the year.
Yep.
I love it. And then she's going to teach us. Auntie Donna.
Good morning. So my habit is, and my new habit for this year and for next year is the same one from last year and the year before. So that's part of the consistency piece. It's getting up at 6 o'clock, getting on early birds, getting on this call, going into a calling session, power play session, and then dealing with business and whatever's going on for the rest of the day after 12:30. That has really incorporated just about everything we've talked about so far, and it's really kept me in good stead. Just get up and you know what your morning's going to look like. Do it.
Perfect. All right, Cindy and Lee, we're going to have time for both of you. Sorry, Paul, at the end. And Tyler, put your thing in the chat or go back into the post that James made last night and share what that is. So, Cindy, what's your one habit?
Good morning, Leah. This summer I read Miracle Morning, and so I changed my bedtime routine. So I don't eat after a certain time, limit screen time after a certain time. My routine has been exactly the same, and then my morning routine is the same as well, and that just helps energize me and get me focused for the day ahead.
Perfect. Lee, what is your habit?
Thank you, Leah. You're doing such a great job. You're a natural here. Mine is, and it's not consistent because I keep doing the 66-day tracker. It's just to clean my desk at night. I mean, it is a disaster and it always has been a disaster. And I'm working really hard to clean it. That's it, just to clean my desk.
I love it. So here's what I want to leave you with. You do not need to rely on superhuman heroic effort or luck every single week. If you just take small micro actions, they become the energy that I think fuels extraordinary success. And I think people have shared today some of the things that you can take and run with. And so, as James always says, you have your inspiration. Now, go put in the one micro habit into place and get into perspiration. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you all for being here. Have a great day.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank
See
you,
ya.
Leah.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Leah.